early on, these interactions between your character Seth and Natalie Portman's Maddie, who's your mother in the show, they're very tense. It's not a very love-filled relationship. What really stood out about Natalie as a scene partner, because you both have some very emotionally charged back and forths early on.
Yeah, I think you're definitely right there in the sense it's incredibly charged and tense, the relationship between the two of us. But um, I think that I would actually say that it is pretty love filled, and I think that that's the reason that it is so tough for Seth and Maddie, is because they do love each other a lot. But then I think they're getting, Seth's at a point in his life where he's sort of realizing that his parents aren't perfect and they are just human beings. And I think that that's a tough thing to come to terms with, especially when you've looked up to these people your whole life and you realize that they have and are making mistakes and acting in a way that isn't polite or good for the family, and selfish. And I think that that's something that really angers Seth, especially because I'm sure his parents his whole life have been telling him to be, polite and nice and respectful, and I don't think I think he thinks that Natalie's character isn't doing that, and that's a tough thing to come to terms with as a kid with your parents.
Yeah, that's such a wonderful read on that. And you've worked with the director Alma before on
Yeah.
Honey Boy. So how is it really getting to reunite with somebody you fully trust as a director and get to work on a very different creative endeavor here?
I think it's the dream, to be honest, is to have someone like that you've been through a wild experience with, that honestly changed my life, and I'm sure that it changed hers. And so to come back with all of that trust and love for each other, to come back to a project and have that bond and have that, um, is magical, and it's something that is very rare, and so I feel very lucky to have that.
And my last question, I've been just so impressed how you've been able to navigate project to project. You're always in something interesting. What's been the secret to really navigating this space? Because it's such a promising start to your career. I love it.
Thanks. That's actually so great to hear, and I think that that's sort of what I've been aiming for in a way. I think that I very much take my time in terms of choosing projects, and I really have to know 100% that I want to do that project before I attach to it or sign on to do it, because for me, I don't, this is a passion for me, and I want to be able to keep it a passion for the rest of my life. So I think that choosing projects that I am 100% passionate about is important, and hopefully that they turn out interesting and creatively exciting.